Hey guys! So today's video is going to be my everyday makeup routine. So this is essentially what I would wear anywhere that I'm going. That's just like on a day-to-day basis, whether it's going to class, going to the grocery store, going to work. This is typically what I do with my makeup. So I think a lot of times, like when people think of everyday makeup, they think of like minimal, like on the go, kind of things like that. But I think that my definition of like everyday makeup is I still go through like all the steps of a full face. I just pick like pretty neutral colors, which is just my favorite. This is how I used to do my makeup all the time. I went to prom with my makeup like this when I was in high school. And then I realized like, oh my God, I can put on other colors than champagne and taupe? Like what? But I still stand by this look. If you want to know how to achieve this look, then just keep on watching. The first thing that I always do before I do my makeup is make sure that I put my hair up. I absolutely cannot do my makeup with my hair down. So right now I'm really trying to step up my skincare game. So what I've been doing is trying to incorporate a serum in the morning. So I got this one from TJ Maxx. This is the Restore Facial Serum. This is for acne prone skin. So it says that it soothes stressed, blemish prone skin. So I just take a couple of drops of this and kind of put it mostly just like on the affected areas that I'm most likely to get acne. Moisturizer. So today I'm going to use, I'm almost out of this, but I'm gonna use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. I really like to use this before I do my makeup because it dries so quickly and it doesn't have like that really tacky feel, and I find that it doesn't make my foundation or anything like that look blotchy, or there's not like certain spots that it doesn't catch on. So this is one of my favorite moisturizers to use before I put on makeup. So I just dot it around after I do my serum and rub it in, and it seriously dries so quickly. I literally just applied that like a minute ago and my face is totally dry. And I'm gonna use a primer. I actually lately have been loving this product. I've mentioned it like so many times on my Instagram page. Like anybody that comes over that I do their makeup, I always put this on them because I just love it right now. This is the Peach Sake Pore Serum by Skin Food, and it literally makes your face so soft. And it smells good, and it's marketed as a serum, but it also says on the packaging, use it as a primer. So obviously I will use it whenever I can. And it smells so good, but it's not really heavy. It smells really nice and clean, just like a light scent of peaches, but it's nothing like really powerful, you know, that's just too overbearing. It is just very pleasant and it makes your skin so soft. Go in and do my foundation. I'm gonna be using a Miracle Complexion Sponge by Real Techniques. I absolutely love these. I actually like this better than the Beauty Blender. I'm not a huge fan of the Beauty Blender, especially for $20. Like I just like this one so much better. And I'm gonna be using my favorite drugstore foundation today, which is the Revlon Color Stay Liquid Foundation for combination to oily skin. I use mine, I am very fair skin, but I use mine in the shade 150. So I'm going to just pump a couple of pumps on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take the Magic Lumi Primer by L'Oreal. This is really nice, white and pearly. I love a dewy finish. So I'm just going to take a pump and put it in there. I feel like this just helps kind of get like a nice glow that I want. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that primer and the foundation together with just like a concealer brush. This brush is by Crown Brushes. So I just mix them together. I feel like this just provides like a really nice silky finish. I'm gonna take my brush and I'm just going to apply this, kind of just dot it all over with this concealer brush, and then I'm gonna go in and buff it in with my sponge. bit of excess that's left on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna dip my sponge in it, and I'm just gonna drag it down my neck because I have such fair skin that it's very uncommon that I have a foundation that literally matches my skin tone, so I always drag it down, that way it doesn't look like I'm wearing a mask. I'm going to be using, of course, the Shape Tape Concealer by Tarte. I use mine in the shade Fair Neutral, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just going to put some under my eyes. I always put some on the tip of my nose, especially because I have acne-prone skin and I do have blackheads, and I feel that if my foundation wears out throughout the day that you can kind of see them start to peek through. So I always get the tip of my nose so that doesn't happen. I always highlight like my Cupid's bow because this is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, and then go in on my chin, and I'm just gonna spot treat a couple of these like bigger blemishes. I mean, they're pretty much everywhere, but you know. Okay. So then after I apply this all over my face, I'm gonna go back in with my Miracle Complexion Sponge, but I'm going to be using the pointy end to blend it all in. After I put on my concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. What I'm going to be using today is the original No Color Powder by RCMA. I cannot stand the packaging for this. It's so impractical. So what I do is just take a little, you can take like any little plate or little surface that you have. I actually sanitized and am using like the lid to a Bath and Body candle because it smells so good. So I honestly just take some and I dump it on the lid like so. And then I take a dry Miracle Complexion Sponge. This baby is dirty and needs to be clean. But then I will dip it in here and then apply the powder to my face like that. I'm going to go ahead and take, oh, my brushes are right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this brush. This is just like a nice little angled powder brush, but this is the Morphe E58, and just sweep off all the excess powder. Go in and do a little bit of eyeshadow. My current favorite, and I guess it has been for a while, but one of my favorite palettes ever is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I find that this has just some really nice like transition shades. It has all these pretty kind of purpley grays and some really nice browns too. So I'm gonna be using this palette today. This is my go-to, my current go-to for like an everyday look. So what I'm gonna do is take this Morphe B13 brush. This is like a really large, fluffy brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and in this palette, I'm gonna dip in this kind of middle shade right here. This is called Commando. So I'm just gonna get some on my brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and sweep this in. It's not quite your crease, like it's just above your crease. I'm gonna do in this palette is dip into this shade that's just a little bit darker, the one darker from Commando, and this is in the shade Tempted. This is such a nice kind of grayish purple color. So what I'm going to do is take a blending brush that's still kind of fluffy, but a bit smaller than the one that I just used. This is the blending brush by Elizabeth Mott. I got this in an Ipsy bag. So I'm going to dip into Tempted, and this time I'm going to apply this to my crease. And I'm going to focus a little bit more on the outer corners. I usually don't like to apply it all the way across. Lottie by London. I got this in an Ipsy bag as well. This baby's dirty. I'm going to dip back into the same palette, and I'm going to dip in this lightest shade on the top. This is in the shade Below. And I'm going to really focus this color on the front part of my eye on the lid. Some liquid eyeliner on like above my eyelashes. I just went back and looked at some of the footage that I had filmed and realized that during like the last few minutes my camera was out of focus, which is lovely. So I'm so sorry about that. It's so frustrating. Bear with me while I'm kind of trying to figure this out. The camera that I have actually does not have a viewfinder, which is a little bit of a challenge to have to like keep going back and like checking, like, am I still in focus? Am I zoomed in too much? Which, as you probably noticed, it's kind of like out of whack. So while I'm trying to figure all this out and kind of get the hang of it, please bear with me. I'm so sorry, and I will definitely, I mean, I'm gonna get it together, but yeah, sorry about that. I'm just going to go right in and apply mascara. Today I'm going to be using the Gifted mascara by Tarte. Get Basics palette, and I'm going to dip into this like dark purple shade called Lethal. I'm going to take a flat definer brush. This is by Luxie, and I got that in an Ipsy bag as well. I get a lot of my brushes in Ipsy bags. So I'm just going to dip really quick into this color, just a quick little boop. And then I'm going to apply this on my lower lash line. Apply some bronzer. I'm going to be using the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I'm going to be using this Lorac Cue the Confetti blush palette. So this comes with 4 different colors. I'm going to be using this one up here in the corner called Tinge. The next thing that I'm going to do is apply highlighter, because I cannot go a day in my life that I wear makeup without wearing highlighter. This is a ColourPop pressed powder highlighter. This is the only one I have, and I absolutely love it. This is in the shade Here Kitty Kitty. I don't usually like to wear a super bold brow, so what I do is just use a powder I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder. These are super cute, and this honestly lasts me so long. So this is what it looks like. It comes with 2 different shades. This is a little bit pricey for just this little bit of product. It is about $23, I think. But this has lasted me such a long time. I've had this honestly for like a year, and I haven't had to repurchase one. So yeah, they're so great. Was take a little spoolie brush. I can't find my normal spoolie brush for some reason right now. So I'm just going to take the spoolie on the end of like the Anastasia pencil, and I'm gonna brush out my brow hairs so they are kind of sitting where I want them to be. After I've brushed out my brows, what I'm going to do is take just a little angled liner brush. And I'm going to, this is by e.l.f. I got this for $1 at Target, but I love these brushes, I swear by them. I'm going to dip in the darker shade of this little duo, and I'm going to start filling in and kind of outlining, I guess, the outer parts of my eyebrows. The thing that I like about the powder so much is that it's so easily like correctable, corrected. You can easily correct it. So like versus if you're using a pencil, or especially like the brow pomade, I think is very hard. Like if you mess up it, especially because I always do my eyebrows after I put on like my foundation and stuff. And so it's really hard for me to correct. It's easy to fix if you're not like a super brow queen like me. So you probably guessed it already. The next thing I'm going to do is go in and highlight a little bit more with the this little Lorac palette. This is called Black Tie Attire, and this comes with super cute shades. It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 shades. I dropped this recently, and so there's a little chunk missing out of this brown right here, which makes me really sad, but anyways, I'm gonna go in with this white shade and this little pencil brush right here, and I'm just going to apply the color underneath the arch of my eyebrows, like on my brow bone, and I'm gonna apply it on my inner corners as well. I feel like highlighting your inner corners just makes you look so much more awake. Set my face. Today I'm going to be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This stuff smells like flowers, which is like my favorite part. It smells really good. It smells like sweet, but it's nothing like, you know, like it's not like you're putting perfume on your face, but it does have a nice scent. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this on, give it a good shake. It smells so good. Currently trying to branch into like more lip products, lipsticks, like fun colors and things like that, but have never been a huge like lipstick wearer. I just am always like very self-conscious of like, do I look okay in this color? Is this color for me? Does this color make my teeth look yellow? And so most of the time, especially for like an everyday look, I just wear something like chapstick. So today, all I'm going to do is put on some beloved Carmex. that completes this look. This is typically what I would wear for an everyday occasion, whether it's going to class, going to the grocery store, or somewhere that doesn't require like elegant makeup. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to see your guys' everyday look. Please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.